Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Rolling Deep Marathon for anyone who's just tuning in. We have now upgraded 10 years later from Link's Awakening Deluxe to Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch. So,
Upgrade.
yeah, massive upgrade. Alright, so before the run begins, you're actually going to notice that I actually set the offset to minus a minute and 2 seconds. And that is because I'm actually going to be setting up for a trick called RNG manipulation right off the bat. Unlike manipulating RNG manipulation for the end of the run, we manipulate it like before the run. So what I'm going to be doing here, I'll actually explain more about what that's about. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and focus on doing it. So here we go.
Yeah, and I've never run this game, so I'm mostly here for commerce.
Yeah, shouts to Lime Films 1. He was supposed to be on commentary for this run, but he unfortunately could not make it just due to him being sick. Ooh.
Yeah, dang. Oh, see, no signal. Hold up. Okay, looks like we in there.
Yeah. I had to blindly open the menu because for some reason the signal was not showing up on my monitor.
Oh, I see.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, I need to hear the sound real quick.
Yeah, I'm guessing that I'm like way behind.
Okay, I know what RNG seed I'm on. Okay, so what happened there is by starting the game from the moment you reset the console at a specific time, and then by starting your file at a specific time, then you manipulate what RNG seed that you're going to be on. What I manipulated is the egg puzzle as well as the Dungeon 4 puzzle. Both of those are random, but they are like set on a specific seed, and so by manipulating what seed I'm on, I know exactly what the puzzle will be for those two parts of the run. What was that?
Oh, I take it it's the like those tiles that you jump on, like the flashing tiles for Dungeon 4?
Yes.
Okay, so you can actually like manip those. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anyway, this is Link's Awakening for the Switch. 10 years later, we have this version of the game has a massive upgrade from the Game Boy version. As you can see, the game looks much different. It runs on a much different engine. If you're familiar with speedruns of the Game Boy versions of Link's Awakening, whether it's the original or deluxe version, then none of the tricks or glitches that you saw from those versions, and especially not from the ones that you saw from Ryan's run, none of those work in this version. So we instead have much different tricks that are entirely exclusive to this version. So as a result, the route and the run is much different. So get ready to throw all that knowledge from Link's Awakening Deluxe out of the garbage, or out the window, actually.
Yep. You know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
No bomb trigger here. First off.
Yeah, no bomb triggers. There's no screen transitions. Well, there's screen transitions, but not the screen transitions you may think of.
Yeah, exactly. Like everything's smooth instead of like everything being one screen, then you walk to the end, and it's like next screen, then walk to the end.
So this whole beginning part is much different than what you saw earlier from Ryan's run. We actually have to go through the forest now to grab the toadstool like you're supposed to, because Model and Boost does not work in this version at all.
Yeah, so it's basically a required item for this game, right?
Yep.
Regardless of the category.
Yep. One of the first things you're actually going to notice is that the game is actually in German. You can, on your Switch console, you can actually change your language to a bunch of different languages, and German just happens to be the fastest language, due to German just happens to have the fewest amount of text boxes within the game.
Yep. I forgot how many. I have an app, actually. Or, sorry, I have a tab on my phone that shows the amount of text boxes per version.
Yeah, and overall, and over the course of the run, this saves like 40-ish seconds for German. It's actually really interesting because normally German is slower than English in a lot of speedruns.
Yeah, because usually goes by like the amount of text, but exactly. For this game, it's like the amount of text boxes rather than.
Yeah, because all the text appears at once as long as you're mashing B. So every time there's text, I'm actually mashing the B button. If I'm mashing A, then all the text are scrolling instead of all the text appearing at once.
Yeah, instead of flashing.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so now we got Powder, and now we get to go ahead and free Terran from his misery as a raccoon. Actually, it's not really his misery. He actually enjoys it. If you read what he says,
no
he says, "Oh, being a raccoon is so fun."
Yeah, and I guess never explained last time that so same thing for Terran. When he's a raccoon, he sends you to a different area of the map if you try to go up without changing him back to normal.
Yeah.
So the whole purpose of why we either need to go around him or to change him back to normal, depending on the category in the game, basically.
Alright, so now we got our Dungeon 1 key, and now we can go to Dungeon 1, but there's a few things that we need to get in between. The category I'm running is any percent, but the standard any percent version of this run uses tricks like frame perfect tricks, death abusing, collision abuse, and so this version of any percent utilizes none of that. So what you get instead is a more traditional route throughout the game. And I actually like this more because it's it's more marathon safe, and it's a lot less stressful to grind out than relying on those like frame perfect lottery tricks.
We don't get to see Enoch's work or early Dungeon 4.
Yeah, not for me. Alright, so now we're gonna play the trendy game, and the trendy game has changed a lot from the Game Boy version. As you can see, the trendy game now has actual crane physics. So, in the trendy game, sometimes you'll do everything correct, and then you'll just fail anyway. It's so cool. But we got it first try, thankfully.
Yeah. So yeah, the Yoshi doll can just like roll out for no reason.
Rolling out. But yeah, so so we actually do have to do the trading quest. In the regular 80% version, we actually have a way to actually skip this trading quest. But that uses some glitches. That requires some glitches. Called Glitchless. Oh.
Not allowed. Oh, is there any controversial tricks that are considered not a glitch, but like
there's a couple later on. I'll go over more about that later on. We got a lot of time.
Okay, because I feel like a lot of games that have glitchless categories often have that gray area like text.
So this is what we skipped in both LADX runs.
Yeah, this trade sequence, getting the dog food. Well, getting that Yoshi doll first of all, and then dog food after. Or then the bow, then the dog food.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go straight to Dungeon 1 now, and we can get another trade item now, but it's more or less too far out of the way to do it now. We're gonna go ahead and get that out of the way later. So yeah, this is a significantly slower speedrun compared to the Game Boy versions, because there's a lot of these like cutscenes here. So it just adds up to be like very slow. The game, the run does start off really slow, but it does pick up after Dungeon 3.
Yeah, and also, yeah, I guess there's like way less piece of power routing compared to like the run that you did last night.
Yeah. So piece of power works similarly to LADX, except the quirk is that it's 30 plus however many hearts you have. So in this case, I have a maximum of 3 heart containers. So I would need like 33 kills. And Guardian Acorn, I believe, also works the same way too, where you kill 12 enemies without getting hit. The unfortunate part is that they nerf both power-ups significantly in this version, and that they only last for like 30 seconds instead of when you get hit 3 times.
Exactly. I know they last when you change submaps in this game though.
Yeah, it actually keeps you actually keep your power up though in this version, so that's nice. But again, piece of power and Guardian Acorn both don't last that long, so it's not as worth routing those in. There are some spots where piece of power can save time, but again, it's it's not as useful as in LADX, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. From what I've seen, it seems like just kind of take it if it's convenient, but
yeah,
when it drops kind of thing.
Yeah, so right there, what I did there was I loaded. I did what's called auto loading. So this game does auto save, and when it auto saves, it'll save onto a different file, and so we take advantage of that file to load it up so that we can cut off some backtracking later on, and this is especially useful in dungeons. The game auto-saves whenever you pick up a major item, such as a key or an item, or when we transition to a brand new area for the first time.
Yeah, so pretty much same properties as save and quit, like
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Or taking yourself back to the start of a dungeon, stuff like that.
So we got the item of the dungeon, Rock's Feather. It's pretty useful. You can still jump and all, but unfortunately, one of the unfortunate things about this version of Link's Awakening is that they nerfed most of the items, so they're not really as useful as they used to be. So one of the unfortunate consequences with Rock's Feather in this version is that every time you jump, you land on your Link lands on his feet. So it's a lot slower to just, keep jumping like it is in LADX.
Yeah, exactly. Because in DX it's like, or LADX and original, it's like faster to jump when you're moving diagonal. It's Link's movement speed is a bit slower moving diagonal compared to cardinal direction.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so that was the first boss the mini boss rolling bones, and now we're fighting Moldorm, who is a hamburger in this game. Except he's the worst kind of hamburger. He's the lettuce burger.
Yep. The lettuce protrudes out by so much, and it's like layered on top of each other.
Whoa, hold on. Okay, very nice. Okay, didn't fall this time. If he falls, it's a lot more punishing than in LADX, because you can't buffer out of the pit.
Yeah, so you have to go all the way through the dungeon to get back out, or sub-dungeon.
But there we go. That's Moldorm, and that is Tail Cave. One of the features that this game includes is that you can actually skip heart containers. In the original, you have to get the heart container and then the door to the instrument opens. But you can actually skip heart containers now, which saves time, but it makes the run a little bit risky. I'll be getting most of the heart containers for this run in order to make this as safe as I can.
Okay. I forgot how many, the run I watched, I forgot how many I saw. I think it was 5, maybe?
5 hearts, getting 5 hearts sounds about right.
I think it was 5.
Yeah, but you lose a few seconds at a time every time you have to get a heart container, but it's in a lot of cases it's better than dying.
Yeah, exactly. Safer, and then it might be faster in some cases because you're not trying to keep yourself from dying.
Yeah, yeah, because there's sometimes there'll be some dungeons where you have to do a lot of damage boosting, and so you need that you need that amount of health to do some damage boosting.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I assume there's an optimal number to get for like risk reward.
I'm definitely not that level to go that risky yet.
Yeah, and it's only like a couple seconds anyway. So
yeah,
it's like
it's very comparable to like, let's say like
long, like
Sanctuary Heart and Link to the Past.
Yep. All right, so you're getting the bananas, right?
Yep.
For
got the bananas.
Next part of the trade sequence. Which I'm trying to think about the route. Yeah, I guess you're gonna go to Dungeon 2 first before Candlelight Castle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need the bananas to get access to Candlelit.
I have once forgot bananas before.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh god. It's probably like 3-minute time loss or something. So yeah, same deal. Yeah, the kids letting you know that Bow Wow's been kidnapped by moblins. Yeah, I guess the text box is really short in this version too. So
yeah, normally those kids talk a lot, but the powerful text mashing in this game, it's they don't talk as much.
Yeah, because normally they give you like almost 30 text boxes with them like stuttering and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so skipping the hard piece of shame.
Yeah.
Yet again.
Alright, so there's a bit of a recent strat that I picked up here. Coming up on the Moblin King fights. It's the one cycle, but there's a particular way I'm going to be doing the one cycle. You're going to hear it.
Okay. I'll see it when the stream catches up.
Yes! So you probably might have heard that. We heard that sound in the background. That is my Mchan map. Basically, in order to defeat this, in order to defeat the Moblin King in one cycle, you have to have a very specific rhythm. And so what I did is I downloaded a Metronome app on my phone and I set it up to 140 BPM, and then I slash every other beat in that 140 BPM in order to consistently one cycle the Moblin King fight.
Oh, that's cool. This guy using exterior tools to assist himself.
Yeah.
2021.
Some people, I guess, like listen to like a specific, like some kind of song, I guess, in order to hit the one cycle for Moblin King. So now we have Bow Wow, and Bow Wow is very aggressive in this game. He eats a lot more than how much he eats in LADX, as you're about to see in a little bit.
So he's actually a good boy.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I guess in no scoob, it like the times he decides to be aggressive can like ruin your piece of power routing as well. Where you just like.
Okay, just kidding. He's not being nice. Oh, what? Wait. Okay.
Oh god. Oh god, I see. Dude. That took a while.
Yeah, normally he does. He's very favorable to eat right away in this version. So you know that's nice, but then also sometimes that can happen.
Yeah, because we didn't mention in DX how it like. Yeah, sometimes you could be sitting there for like 30 seconds and you like won't eat one of the flowers.
Yeah, it's it can be, it sucks.
Yeah, like it seems pretty rare to happen, but it's like every now and then you can take upwards of like 10 seconds or something. Or occasionally he might try to eat the flower and he'll miss, which is really annoying.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm taking a slightly different route for Dungeon 2 this time around. You actually noticed I actually skipped a key that both Ryan and I got from the LADX runs, and that's because like this game has all these like cutscenes, like a cutscene for like the dungeon opening. Every time, oh, I missed the whole cycle. That's interesting. Every time like a key appears, there'll be a cutscene for that. Because of that cutscene, it is faster to get a later key later on in the dungeon.
Oh wow, let's see. So you get to do top or bottom?
Top route, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Which top route is technically faster in LADX as well, but it's much harder to execute.
Yeah, for no squoob it's faster, but it's like a second faster and no whoop to take bottom.
And it also depends on the strats that you're going for too. Alright, so
especially with piece of power, it's like faster on top.
So here's a strat that we didn't go for. This is what you're supposed to do in this room, unlike the strats that we both went for, where we despawn the ghosts. Instead, we have to light up this room in order to defeat those boos.
Yep.
Because that same trick does not work anymore.
Mario characters in my Zelda?
So that's the key that you get this time around, because there's no cutscene for it, unlike the other key that we would get in the original.
That makes a lot of sense.
Here's the worst room in the dungeon.
Yet again, the trio.
Okay, first try.
Yeah,
Not the ideal first try, but it works.
Yeah, I'm seeing it play back right now. Yeah, looks solid. Yeah, that Stalfos was not blocking your way like last time.
Yeah, but the keys was coming for me though.
Yeah, it was pretty aggressive.
Yeah, enemies are a lot more aggressive in this version this time, so you definitely have to play around to what the enemies are going to be doing. Which can be annoying. One of the more unfortunate parts of going through the early game.
Yeah, that's just so trolly.
Alright, just jump around over here, and just barely make it, and then now we're up to the boss. And this boss is very exciting. So yeah.
Not even using a bomb for the that platform. Yeah, I'm teasing. So yeah, this boss is definitely like way more annoying compared to the OG version.
You just gotta dodge. You just gotta go left and right 8 times. Pick up a pot, throw it at him, and then rinse and repeat.
Yep.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, since you can't clip him into the wall, like in his previous run, where you clip into the wall and throwing it in it instantly breaks the pot because it hits against the wall multiple times because since it's clipped. So it breaks it in like 2 frames basically. But yeah, can't do that in this game, so you have to actually do like 3 cycles.
Now for the last phase.
Ooh.
So the real genie is the one that's furthest away from the center.
Oh, so that's how that works. I was wondering. I thought he was like spinning a little faster or something. I knew there was a way to tell, but I didn't know exactly what it was. All right, solid fight.
Yeah, if you get him to a 3rd cycle, it's a pretty frustrating mistake. You lose a lot of time.
Yeah, watching him spin around you for a while again.
Okay, so that is Dungeon 2.
Yep. So pretty standard routing so far. Try to turn off my Discord notifications real quick. Been hearing the sound for like the last like half hour, like constantly.
Oh, I didn't know you have Discord sounds on. Alright, so we're gonna go a little bit out of our way to activate that warp portal. So another quality of life that that this version added is in LADX there are 4 warp portals, but this version added like a lot more warp portals, so it makes traveling around the overworld a lot more convenient this time around. So we have to we go to that warp portal multiple times, so it's actually worth activating it early. And
so for this one you need Mambo to do it, right?
Yeah, you can use Mambo, or you can just go to a warp portal. So you can actually warp to wherever you want instead of warping in order. So it's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Nice little quality of life.
Yeah, that's just a huge quality of life change.
Now we have to return Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Otherwise we cannot do the next part of the game if we keep Bow Wow.
Oh. I actually didn't know that.
Alright, so now we're actually gonna do some shopping here. Alright, so here's a shovel. It's 200 rupees. Don't have it. We're just gonna leave.
You know how it is.
Yeah. Now we're actually go back and get more stuff, and oh, he's not happy. Oh. Oh my god. So that just loses 5 minutes, unfortunately.
Every time. How do you keep dying in like every run?
I don't know,
I
man.
guess we all keep doing it.
The shopkeeper's too powerful. Alright, so we're actually gonna buy some bombs, and then here's a bow that's 908 rupees. Obviously, I don't have that. I'm just gonna leave.
See ya. Yeah, so stealing the bow last is just so that you know, you don't have to go back in to buy the bombs and take another death.
Yeah.
So always steal it last.
There's another warp portal I just activated there. In LADX, actually, I have to see the warp portal, but this time you have to actually activate them.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, yeah, exactly. Just active as you walk to that area.
So bomb arrows are back in this version, and if you use a bomb and arrow at the same time, then you get this really cool bomb arrow effect, which saves time than having to use a bomb and wait for it to explode. In a lot of cases where we have to use a bomb. And here's where we need bananas. This is the part where you realize that the train sequence is required for the game.
Yep. The Canlet Castle has okay, not this version, but the older version is my favorite music.
Yeah, the music's actually really cool for Candle Castle. It's just unfortunate that we don't really see it much in a lot of categories. But now we actually get to see it, and so Alpha 5, you are really happy if you were to watch this in spirit. There's a category called Candle Castle RTA, and Alpha is a fan of that category. But yeah, we have to do this because Villa Skip does not work in this version, or at least not the same way. There is actually a way to do Villa Skip, but that involves a death abuse and glitch.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I've seen that done in runs.
Okay, so
instead,
unfortunately,
yeah,
I got a piece of power earlier than I would like. So hopefully this shouldn't be that big of a deal. I have to get there like really fast, unfortunately.
Yeah, assume it's for the ball and chain guy, right?
Yeah, it'll save time to ball and chain guy if I kept it, but I got it earlier. But I got it earlier than I would like it. Normally I get it in this room here, but I have killed a few extra enemies in D2, I think.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm assuming during those cutscenes the timer doesn't go down for the pizza power?
No, it does not. So whenever you're active.
Okay.
But because it's and again, it lasts for 30 seconds, so I don't think I'll be able to make it on time.
Yeah, it's looking close.
Yeah, I didn't make it. Okay, that's fine.
Ah, dang. Yeah, so I guess you just gotta hit him more times, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, since your health is low, I assume that the fight's like pretty scary too.
It can be. Oh, damageless. Okay.
Nice, nice.
So here's the side quest right here. So basically, the objective the objective here is to get these golden leaves. There's a guy named Richard, which we'll be seeing later on. He wants these golden leaves. He like basically like I guess the story is that he lost his castle, and these golden leaves are like really precious to him, and he wants those leaves, but he can't get them by himself.
Yeah, when we got the picture with Richard and the Hundo run, call that the dick pic.
Yeah. The picture side quest actually does not exist in this version anymore.
Yep. I think it's a good removal. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Instead, it gets replaced by a major side quest that we don't do in this run. So now we have the 5 golden leaves. Now we're gonna go to Richard. So basically, you're supposed to trigger the side quest right away with Richard. But it is faster just to get the leaves and then go to Richard. That way you don't have to go do a ton of back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. It's on, yeah. So I assume, I don't know if he does the same in this version where he still talks about how he needs the golden leaves, and then talk to him again and he's like, oh, I'm impressed you got them all.
Yep.
Afterwards.
That's exactly what he says.
Oh, okay. It's like one to like trigger the quest and then you know, complete it. Talking to him again after.
Yep. Now I have to go through Pothole Maze here. I don't know why his backyard is full of these pits here. I don't know how he does his gardening. Oh, I fell down.
Digging a little too deep.
Yeah. Here's the key.
I just saw the fall down.
And unfortunately, because we can't wall clip in this version, we have to unlock the dungeon from the front and then go all the way around.
Well, yeah, because right, we never talked about like clipping into the clipping into the key blocks. Like,
yeah, wall clipping has some very interesting properties in the original version.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's like that's actually like a major difference. Yeah, now you gotta like go all the way around. All the way around the villa.
Yep. So yeah, time to go to Dungeon 3. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say digging up that key was the only required use of the shovel, I think.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's actually a few uses that it's the only required use, but there are a few places where the shovel is actually useful in this run.
Oh, nice.
Alright, so here's Dungeon 3. So this is where the dungeon routes start to get very different from the dungeon routes that you saw from both LADX runs.
Yeah, you're gonna actually see most of the dungeon in this game.
Yeah.
Instead of you know, doing the Dodongo skip twice and like skipping like getting 2 keys with block clip and all that.
There is actually a way to do Dodongo skip. I haven't seen what it looks like, but it most certainly wouldn't be allowed if I check it out. See what's there. What Dodongo skip's about in this game.
You don't cheat in this category.
what is that? So that damage, I took damage on purpose there, because otherwise I would be very likely to get a Garden Acorn in this room. And like I said, you get Garden Acorn if you kill a certain amount of enemies without getting hit.
Yep. And it's pretty annoying if an acorn falls like right in your way, or like right on top of you. So.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so here's the
Taking hits
Dongo
on purpose.
fight. You have to wait for the Dongo snakes to move 4 times before you're able to place a bomb in front of them again.
Yeah, otherwise they kind of like shake their head. They're like, nah.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's a really easy way of fighting them in the original version.
Yeah, you can just kind of like loop it and put it like right on its mouth every time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they programmed it so that you can't just cheese them like that.
And then also another thing to note in the original version is that there's a glitch in the original version where if you defeat one Dodongo snake and then leave the fight, the other one despawns. But they got smart with that. That if you try to do that, then both of them respawn.
Yep. So you get punished.
Ah. All right. So here's the so we got the Pegasus boots, and the Pegasus boots is really. It allows you to move fast, just like in the original version. However, there's some setup time. The setup charge is actually slower this time around. So you have to do some more. It's a lot harder to route out your dashes in this version, unlike in LADX.
Yeah, where you can just be holding it at all times, pretty much.
But the nice thing is that you can change your angle while you're dashing. Like you can move sideways while you're dashing, so it makes some very interesting stretches of dashes.
Yeah. First game I can think of that did that was Minute Cap.
Yeah, Minish Cap. Yeah, so they have like Minish Cap dashing mechanics. Really cool.
I just recently played it for my first time, so I was like, oh, you can move sideways while dashing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, like maybe 2 months ago. It's pretty recent.
Alright, so we need a 300 rupee chests, and these are all the rupees I'm going to need for the rest of the run.
He's loaded!
Grab this extra key. Now, we need one more key in order to complete this dungeon.
Yeah, nice. Just forget how many keys you need to actually like beat this dungeon normally. It's like 7, maybe.
Something like that. There's a lot of keys. Hence the name Key Cavern.
Yeah, because you need like the 4 for like that like circle where you unlock the circle of locks, and then yeah, opening other doors. You can need like 2 or 3.
Use all these keys that we obtained to go to the next part.
Yep.
We can't do that same like under jump because we just don't go far enough. They got smart with that this time.
Nerf mechanics, unfortunately.
Yeah. They picked up on our sequence breaks.
Yeah, the mechanics were pretty buggy too, like in the old versions anyway.
Yeah.
So it's more they kind of fixed the game in the remake.
Yeah, but we found new ways instead.
Yeah, it just opens doors to like break the game in different ways.
And that's actually one of the things I really like about this version. I like both versions of LADX speedruns for 2 different reasons. You know, back when I've been speedrunning this game since since the week after the game came out, and one of the things I really like about this version, that at the time that I started learning this game, I was kind of burnt out from the original LADX speedruns, and so this is like a whole fresh new experience for me.
Nice.
Just feels like you know, it's relearning the entire game all over again. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's what's good about some remakes not just being like a copy paste of like the old game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, since the engine's like completely different for this one, then opens the door to a lot of different routing and tricks. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the community of runners that run that run both versions are actually like completely different, with the exception of a few. I'm probably one of the few that is on both sides of the speedruns the game.
Yeah. Yeah, personally, I would do it, but I don't own a Switch, so I can't play it. One day, though.
Yeah, one day. All right, so this is where the game starts to kind of pick up now. In a lot of Link's Awakening speedruns, the game usually picks up after you get the Pegasus boots, just because now the game gets a little bit more faster paced.
Yeah, way faster movement.
So I went out of my way there to activate that warp panel in near Seashell Mansion, because I am going to need to warp there later.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're actually going to notice that I'm supposed to get the honeycomb from Terran, but I have another way instead. And this is actually where the trade sequence ends. So if I had the honeycomb, I would have gone to Chef Bear at the bottom of the house in order to so I could trigger, because Chef Bear, getting the pineapple from Chef Bear allows you to he'll let you know that Marin's at the beach. But in this version, they added another way to trigger Marin. That is to talk to the sleeping walrus.
Oh. Oh, so that's why you don't have to get it. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, that does not work in LADX.
Okay, I thought they just changed it that she's just there after you beat like Dungeon 3 or something, but in the remake. But this makes more sense.
Yep. And normally you're supposed to do more of a training sequence, but you're gonna see in a little bit why I don't need to do any more of the trade sequence.
Yeah, sir.
In the 100% run, you do have to do the entire trade sequence.
I'm not a fan of. Yeah, getting to see the Dream Shrine the intended way instead of just super jumping over the wall.
Yeah, and this is nice because we can just dash through all those mimics.
Yep.
We get the Ocarina. In this game, there's no way to skip the Ocarina. If there was, then it wouldn't be worth it, just due to how powerful the songs are in this version.
Yeah, Mambo, especially.
Yeah, definitely.
And I guess I assume there's no like Rooster skip either, so you actually need Frog Song.
Yeah, you do. I bet LADX speedrunners were jealous for how long I just dashed there.
Right?
So now we have to go. So now we go on a date now. Again, the best part of the run here. We get to Link and Marin have a nice time. Again, Marin's the best waifu in Link's Awakening.
Yeah, I'm trying to compare all the waifus. It's all about Din from Oracle of Seasons.
Yeah, Din's awesome.
So something that a lot of people don't like to mention, but so are the birds RNG in this cutscene?
They are indeed.
There's some non-believers for LADX, but
it manipulates your run to having good luck. It's also how you know someone's not cheating.
Oh, if you manip the run, will it be like the same flight pattern every time?
I have not. I don't think so. I don't recognize that sequel pattern.
Alright, just wondered.
Alright,
So hold Marin over your head.
So that was the closest warp panel to get back to Animal Village, and also we need that warp panel anyway. It's very convenient to from there. And now we actually get to listen to Marin sing to Walrus.
So it like wakes up then falls asleep.
Yeah, I don't know what happens there.
It's like reverse Snorlax or something.
Yeah. The animals are so excited to see Marin. Marin is the fan favorite in Animal Village, I guess.
Yep. Until Samus arrived.
Alright, so this is the Land Mollusk fight. So we actually get to see what's in this room now.
Yeah, so this is DLC content.
DLC.
Not in any of the older versions of Link's Awakening. Never seen them in my life. Never will.
What do you mean? You just saw it now.
Oh. That's why I learned this game.
Yeah, so this could be a tricky fight. Kind of random, because you can either go across the screen or do a short hop. So it's a very similar fight to A Link to the Past as a result like that. So it can be a pretty frustrating fight.
That actually sounds really annoying.
You can get a one cycle though, but one you have to be lucky, and two you have to be very precise.
Yeah, it looks like he takes fewer hits to kill in this game too. Or compared to Link to the Past, not to DX or anything.
Yeah, 4 arrows.
Okay, it's not too bad. So yeah, about to learn the Ballad of the Windfish yet again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much the requirement needed to open up the Windfish egg.
I'm very modern. I tend to like a lot of modern games. I really like this. I really like the soundtrack of the remake of this game.
Yeah, I think that it fits the like the game's atmosphere really well, like the art style for the game.
Okay, so now we're with the warp right by Dampe's shack earlier. We can we now we use that warp, and then now we're closer to where we need to go.
Telltale Hole.
And again, it's very important that we don't forget to open up the dungeon here.
Yep. Chad, I guess people have watched like normal any % speedruns. Is usually like a death abuse to like flip into the dungeon.
Yes, there is a death abuse that you can do where, yeah, if you die on this area, then like while you're like on top of this keyhole, then you can actually just go straight into the dungeon. It actually skips the entire Animal Village sequence, so that's a huge time save. Again, that's not allowed in this run.
Yeah, exactly. So doing it the intended way, opening up the dungeon, then going through a bit of Telltale Heights to get around to it.
Yep. Okay, so in this mountain, so there is so in LADX we like to do a trick called obstacle skip. In this version, obstacle skip does not work. So take that, LADX players.
Wow, this game sucks. Never learning it. Can't even obstacle skip.
Obstacle skip.
Yeah,
Okay.
plus getting to move sideways during the dash, like, it's clearly faster anyway, so.
Okay, so this is Angler Tunnel, or Wunder Tunnel, as it says in German. And this dungeon used to be like really, really bad to go through until a little recently, about a year ago, where we introduced a new trick called the bomb jump. So if I place a bomb at a very particular spot, and then as I jump across the large pit while the bomb's at a particular spot, the bomb's going to recoil me off to a different direction, allowing me to skip like the first half of the dungeon. So it's a very difficult trick. Hopefully I get it. If I don't get it, then I have, or if it takes me too many tries, then I'd be very low on bombs, or I'd be low on health, and that would be really bad. But we'll see what happens. So I'm about to pull it off.
If you saw his run yesterday, that yeah, you just kind of like do a cross jump in the other game, but
that's.
Fortunately, you cannot clip through walls the same way. So.
Oh, come on.
So you gotta do this bomb jump instead.
Bomb was too far up.
Alright, I'll wait for you to get this while you focus.
Got it.
Nice.
So that skips having to get 2 keys that we would otherwise would get. A lot of people some people might be upset about that. Like, what is this guy doing? He said glitchless.
Cheating? In my video game? Can't believe that Mchan's a dirty cheater. 2021. So yeah, most games for glitchless, yeah, like developer oversights is like not considered a glitch. So
yeah, so basically, it's one of the rules for out of bounds that we have for this game is that if you're not supposed to stand on anything by normal means, then it's considered out of bounds. So right there, it's Link is not going out of bounds. It's the bomb going out of bounds. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yep. Now you got a single flipper.
Yep, and I actually left Dungeon 4. And we will be completing it because we do need to complete it. But the reason I am leaving Dungeon 4 right now is because if I complete it now, then the ghost quest will trigger. The level 2 bracelet trick in the original version does not work in this version. So we actually have to, and this is just to ensure that players are able to 100% the game. Yeah, so we have to do Dungeon 4 last this route.
Exactly. We come back way later.
Alright, so we get Mambo Song, and Mambo Song's really powerful in this version. Instead of warping to just Mambo's Pond, we can actually warp to any warp point. So good.
Indeed, such a huge quality of life change.
And that's one of the reasons why I said that skipping Ocarina probably wouldn't be worth it if it was possible to skip it.
Yeah, who doesn't love fast travel?
Yeah. Alright, so we're actually going to go a little bit out of the way here. Due to a routing convenience, this just works out to be better to do. We're actually going to go to Armos Maze now. We're supposed to do this after the next dungeon, Dungeon 5.
Yeah.
But the reason we do this early is because if I do this now, or if I do this after Dungeon 5, then there'll be a rabbit in the way. So not having to move out of the way for the rabbit is better.
That's a funny reason.
Yeah, I know. The animals are losing us time.
Oh my god. See, this is why Super Metroid. Okay, I keep making that reference. Y'all know.
I mean, as someone who used to run Super Metroid, I'm very in favor of saving animals.
Sometimes you gotta save the frames.
I'm gonna grab these extra arrows. Arrow management is really tight in this run. You need to get every arrow that you can get.
So, smashing pots. You mean you're not gonna shoot this guy like 12 times? What happened?
Doesn't work the same.
Yep.
Alright. So we get the face key. So yeah, that fight's actually harder than I made it look. He has really weird iframes this time around. So you have to fight him very specifically.
Oh, so that's why you're kind of like circling around him and stuff.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That sounds annoying.
Yeah, very annoying.
But, hey, you made quick work of him though.
And then we warp out of the southern face shrine, because if I just left, then the owl will talk to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He'll be like, now you found out the truth of this island.
Yeah, because there's like the hieroglyph thing like in the back that you're supposed to look at and find out that the island's like the windfish's dream.
Nice. Being able to kill that Helmosaur is right away is really good, because otherwise he's really annoying to deal with in this version.
he's a jerk in like every category of like every game.
Yeah. Alright, but yeah, this is Catfish
Yeah,
Maw.
so I guess in this first.
And there's a lot more to do in this time around.
Yeah, fortunately, no early hook shot.
No early hook shot and no dumb jump.
Yeah, the early nightmare key jump. And yeah, of course that I don't even know what the trick is called where you use that warp with the hook shot.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
90%. I've seen a lot of people reset over that, so
yeah. This is why Glitchless is a better category.
Wow, not even getting the piece of power.
Useful.
Not even going faster. I'm just kidding.
Here's Master Stalfos. The way you fight Master Stalfos is a bit different. It's more or less the same, but the way we fight him, like speedrunning wise, is different. You can't just like you can't overkill him this time around. And actually, bomb arrows don't actually work against him. You actually have to use bombs. Very weird change that they made there. And then also, for Master Stalfos, in general, normally in the original version, it's like the first and fourth time that you fight him, you have to use 3 bombs, whereas the second and third time you use 2 bombs. This time, all 4 fights require 3 bombs to beat him.
Oh damn! I didn't even notice that when I watched the run.
We fight Master Stalfos the same way all 4 times.
They wanted to make them more difficult, I guess.
Yeah, it was very challenging. Alright, so I don't need that. I don't need that bomb refill in the other room, because we get a lot of bombs in this run.
Yeah, since there's no bomb triggers, then you don't have to spend bombs to activate cutscenes and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, Master Stalfos 3.
And we have to go back in order to fight Master Stalfos 4.
Wow,
And,
he
always
even gonna super jump over that block.
Oh, Ryan, please.
Alright, so I guessing you're hoping the Helmasaur will go left again.
Oh, you don't.
Wait.
Yeah, you don't.
The
Have,
door?
yeah. Once doors open, you don't have to fight enemies again.
Oh, nice. Well, that's a nice quality of life change as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Instead of praying for the Helmasaur RNG, like spice.
Also, bombs can actually damage you in this version, which is why you see me like move out of the way. Bombs don't hurt you at all in LADX.
Yes, sir. Which kind of opens the window to for killing yourself in various ways in this game.
Yeah, and bombs do 2 hearts of damage, so it's pretty scary.
Yep. So casually, it's like dicey, and then for speedrun purposes, it opens a window for a lot of glitches and exploits. So.
Yes. Now we have the hook shots.
That was on them. Try to make a game too realistic, and then you end up making it broken.
Exactly. So you can't use items downwards, or you can't use items in underwater anymore. And
oh damn.
So we have to use the hook shot in order to get this nightmare key early. They made the pit wider, so you cannot do a dash jump across that pit anymore.
Yep. Oh yeah, I forgot about the diagonal hook shot as well.
Yep, you can throw diagonally, you can use the hook shot diagonally, and you can use basically any item diagonally.
Super cool and convenient.
Alright, so we have another controversial trick coming up here. Again, what is this guy doing? He said glitchless. Oh wow. Okay, I'm getting punished right now. Okay, that's fine. So coming up is something called a hookshot skewing. Basically, well, just skewing in general. Basically, whenever you jump, whenever you change your angle while jumping, then you get a different angle that's outside of your 8 directional. You move in 8 directions in this game, despite being a Switch game with controllers being like no notches at all. Yep. So when you jump, you can actually change your angle and to an angle that's outside of your 8 directions. And so this is not considered a glitch because it's just changing your angle while you're jumping.
Can't believe that he's just cheating. That's all I'm hearing. Wow.
And this allows us to skip a key,
it was a glitch.
as well as a mini boss. In fact, actually, even if you get an extra key, you actually don't fight the mini boss at all, because this game is really well designed.
Oh yeah, Goma. Like, don't see him in like any category.
Okay, this is really good luck right now. Alright, very nice. So I got 3 cycle, unfortunately, but either way, that was pretty good luck. It's just like in Link's Awakening Deluxe. You pick a side, and you have a 50-50% chance of hoping that you guess correctly.
Yep.
He can have this dummy form, which would suck if he has the dummy form. And he takes more hits to beat him. And if you have Piece of Power, you can actually one cycle the fight. First time in Link's Awakening speedruns that you can actually one cycle Wall Snake or Slimeal, or Slimeal. But I did not have Piece of Power, so I could not do the one cycle at all.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Another one of the things where if you route your kills properly, you can actually get Piece of Power to drop before Slimeal, and you can get a pretty quick fight if you're lucky.
Yeah, real solid recycle though.
Yeah, definitely. And 100%, because all your power, all in 100% in this game, like Red Tunic, combined with piece of power, as well as like level 2 sword, they can actually stack in this version. So like in 100%, you're always guaranteed to have to do a 1 cycle if you're good.
Yeah, which is really cool. So yeah, not even going for Rooster Skip after Dungeon 5. Alright, I'll stop.
Still haven't done 6 yet, man.
Yeah, we're almost counting correctly this time.
That's true. Except we still haven't completed 4, so we're kind of out of order right now.
Yep. Like, went to 4, didn't finish. So we'll be back later.
Yeah. So, Base Shrine. Without any major sequence breaks, this is the longest dungeon in the game. There's a lot to do here.
Baskin Temple. So yeah, even though when I watched the run, I actually forgot how this temple goes down, or how this dungeon goes down.
There's a lot to do. Sometimes there's like some back and forth as well.
Yeah, I'm like completely forgetting the routing for this one. I was studying up. Well, yeah, gotta love that the boots is on like an actual separate button, so you don't have to equip it.
Oh yeah, that's another quality of life that this version add. In this game, you still have 2 buttons to work with, like just like an LADX. But in this version, because you have more buttons to work with on a Switch controller than as opposed to like a Game Boy. Some items are like always permanently equipped on you, like sword, your bracelet, your boots, and your shield. They're always going to be permanently equipped. Whereas you have some whereas you have your other items that you have to equip. So it actually allows for some really interesting combinations of equips that you couldn't do in LADX.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Console evolution.
Okay. Nice little backup strat right there.
Oh, I see it. The Wizrobe. Yeah, that was a nice fix.
The Mama Song also warps you back to the beginning of the dungeon as well, but with auto load we don't have to do that.
Yeah, it's just way faster to auto load instead. Instead of hearing the song and all that. Can't believe auto loading is not a glitch.
Alright, so here's a boss that we never saw. This is called Smasher. He's a cute little guy. He just wants to play ball. But we're pretty aggressive here.
The adorable sounds he makes.
I know.
Yeah, fortunately, got to use his own attack against him. And,
I know. It's
show
very
him who's
unfortunate.
boss.
I like this boss.
Yep.
Okay.
Surprisingly, Link does not need the bracelet to look that up.
Okay, that was a little bit unfortunate. Oh, I guess that's what we're going with.
It's about. Bully.
I got bullied. I got bullied in the wizard room, unfortunately.
Yeah, Wizrobe's getting the revenge for fallen comrade Smasher.
Yep.
Yeah, even if they're cute, still gotta fight them.
The fun fact: those 3 rooms actually loop around until you actually go into a sub area.
Oh yeah. If you keep going up, then you like. Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the things that kept getting me stuck in this dungeon casually.
It's like, wait, I think I saw this room before. I'm not sure. Kind of reminds me of the endless stairs in Mario 64.
Alright, coming up as horse heads. How many tries do you think it's gonna take me?
I don't know, man. I'm not sure if the mechanics are changed at all in this game.
Oh my god! Oh my god! First try! Oh my god, how did I do that?
Oh my god. It's a miracle.
1? Oh, you guessed correctly. Alright, so horse heads has changed up in this version. It's completely skill based this time around. You have to place the horse heads at very specific tiles in order for them to stand up. The way you gotta consider it as chess. I hate chess, by the way. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we have to fight Dongo Snakes again. But yeah, it's 3 to the side and 1 up is how you do the horse heads consistently. So you always get a first try as long as you do everything correctly.
Yeah, world record had second try, so it's like the same time.
If you miss horse heads, it's 100% your fault.
Yeah, it's like mispositioning. Of course, he moves like L. Like a what?
I don't know. I don't know chess. Hate it. I'm a checkers player.
Chess is cheap. From what I heard, checkers is for brainless people, and then chess is for the big brain.
Dang, I'm brainless.
I don't even play chess at all, so it's not. I'm not even giving it a real natural instinct. That's just what other people have said. And I'm like, eh, all right.
So now we have everything that we need. We got the boss key finally. Now we can go ahead and beat the boss.
Yep. Just gotta not get sucked into that vortex.
And they changed the boss a lot. So the way we beat the boss now, we have to go for a we have to fight this we have to fight him in a pretty difficult way.
Yeah, it actually looks cool in this version. Yeah, compared to dropping bombs on his active hitbox.
Yeah. He has a really long name in German.
Yeah, I forgot it already. Oh, there you go. Bomber parts? Yeah, shooting the bomb arrows at the tiles that you don't have to chill when dropping the bomb. Super cool.
Yeah, there we go. A little bit sloppy, but if you miss a bomb arrow, it's really bad. You have to, the improv is really hard.
Gotcha.
What makes that fight harder is that the face can actually damage you, and it can move in different places too. So you can't just like place bombs like you can in LADX.
Random number generator. Wow, not even bomb boys on this. Yeah. Definitely teasing. So I forget, do you do Dungeon 8 first or 7 in this
7.
run? Okay. Oh wait, you actually like need the mirror shit, I forgot.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Whoops.
But first, we're actually now gonna go. Now that we have the level 2 bracelet, we're actually gonna go back to the warp near Maid Village. We're now gonna be doing Signpost Maze. So Signpost Maze is exciting because we have to read signs, and the reward you get is very much worth it. Here we go. There's some really cool stress that we can do in Signpost Maze this time around with the hook shot.
Yeah, fortunately, instead of it's like dashing around the whole time.
There's actually a bomb jump that you can do in the Signpost Maze, like right here where the hook shot is required, and it allows you to get the hook. It allows you to do Signpost Maze early, but as of right now, if we do that, it would not be useful, just due to how many more steps we are missing within the route.
Yeah, so like you might as well come here at this point. No reason not to.
Yeah, there's a theory. Early Rooster is being theorized, and we have not had any success with it yet.
Rip. So, is it really obnoxious for like accidentally double reading signs in this game?
Not really, I guess. Since you have to read you have to use the A button in order to read signs this time around.
True. Oh yeah, and then I guess Boots is on a different button, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
You know, try to go fast like right away.
But I'm still clearing the text box with B, so that way it's less of a risk to read them twice. But here's the second best song in the game. This version of the song is so good.
Well, I guess we can listen to it this time.
They added these sweet jams.
It's like a rap this time.
Yeah. Oh, I already had that equipped. It's a lot better, I agree. I still like it though. I'm like one of the few people.
I didn't even have to hear.
I'm one of the few people who actually likes the song.
I didn't have to hear it since I don't have a game audio for the commentary.
You should listen to it eventually. It's so good.
I've heard it a few times. All right, so to the weathercock.
Yeah, so this is what you're supposed to do in normal gameplay. Unlike the glitches.
Wow, Rooster, skip. What is this? Oh, this is speedrun. I'm just kidding.
So in glitch categories, the Rooster is really powerful. The Rooster can allow you to do a ton of sequence breaks, but we're not gonna be seeing that in this run.
Yep. Just gonna use him for his intended purpose.
So this makes this with the Rooster, it makes this like second part of the the whole like 2/3 of the run less stressful because we don't have to rely on like hookshot jumping or other stuff.
Yes, sir. Chicken versus the owl.
Okay, back to this cave we go. Again, no obstacle skip. That's good for me.
Obstacle skip.
Alright, and then coming up would be what's normally supposed to be the part where we do Rooster skip. But with the Rooster, we can just fly over this giant pit. Here we go.
I'll see it happen in a bit. So yeah, no dumb tricks. Nothing
Yeah,
that'll
no.
make you
Okay.
go overestimate.
People can laugh at me if they want, but I'm gonna go ahead and approach this room safely. Yeah. You can.
Wow, not even jumping across. Okay, I'll stop.
You can do that. You can do that. It's just the frame window's tighter this time around.
Yeah, because of the difference in mechanics, game mechanics.
Yeah.
You can't really go as far like sideways when jumping or dash jumping.
And it would save time, but again, it's like so risky. If you fall down, then you spawn right outside of the dungeon, or right outside of the cave, and then you have to climb back up again. So lose a lot of time.
Yep. Yeah, swimming it loses like near half a minute. It's like in the old games.
Probably more because of how long these like transitions take.
Oh, true. Yeah, right. The loading times and stuff are like quite a bit longer.
Now we have
Acorn.
so now we have to climb our way up to the next dungeon. One of the first glitches found in this game when it came out is a way to go out of bounds, so that with the rooster and a bomb boost. But that's actually been long obsolete in the glitch categories because there's other ways around that now.
Oh, now I gotta see the new stuff, newer stuff.
I activated that portal because I'm gonna have to go back there later. Seems pretty not very intuitive, but
Indeed.
so now we're going to Eagle Tower, and how am I going to go through this Ryan? How am I going to go through this dungeon without being able to bomb trigger?
Oh my god, I'm so disappointed in this game. I'm just kidding. So yeah, so you can actually see oh, you get to see cool stuff through the dungeon using the metal ball to knock down the pillars. And I guess it makes the dungeon a lot longer, but it is cool actually getting to see like more of the dungeon as well.
Yeah. So even casually, there's we know the fastest way to this dungeon, and it's pretty broken because like normally this dungeon it's like a 4-floor dungeon, and there's a lot of optional rooms, and so if you know which rooms you don't have to go into, then this can be a short dungeon.
Yep. It's basically knocking down the pillars. Makes the 4th floor collapse into the 3rd floor.
Mm-hmm. And you saw that I reset the room right when I picked up that ball, and that's and that's just better than pulling the lever across.
Yeah, it's faster. Yeah, since Link can't make it out of the room in time. Yeah, using all the ideal movement.
Alright, tile room. So you can actually just stand here in a corner and just hold your shield. And then I can stretch!
So that's good. Having fun with the run so far?
Yeah. This one's actually been pretty good. No major mistakes so far.
Indeed. It's looking solid. It's like deathless. Aside from like intentional death, obviously.
So yeah, we have to go around, knock all these pillars down. What can happen is that the ball can fall down the pit, and it's really bad if it does. I want to make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah, so you have to be very cautious about your angle. Your angle when throwing it. It's funny because like the mechanics are different compared to the original. Like the like in the original, when you throw it, the ball bounces off the pillar and bounces backwards. So your positioning is like completely different between both games.
Yeah.
Oh no, he fell.
Alright, so here's the mirror shield.
Yep.
We do need it this time.
Yep. Yeah, and my Hundo run, I got it, but you like the one intended purpose. So you even like there's a skip, the flame skip.
Yeah.
So
Alright, so
you
coming up
do it
is
anyway because it's fast.
the hardest boss in the game. I'm really nervous.
Uh-oh. Yeah, mini boss. Grim Creeper.
Oh my god, I won! Crazy.
Yeah, so as long as you don't miss any of those birds, then he'll leave you afterwards. Otherwise, you have to go for another cycle.
Yeah, all you have to do is just stand in a specific spot and just mash. When you have to fight him in LADX, you just stand in the right corner and that's it.
Yeah. It's like chill there and spam as well.
Yeah, this game has really well designed bosses. Alright, now we have this room. This room's called 3 of a Kind. Because you have to match all these penguins here. And this will spawn a chest that we have to hookshot across to get to. In order to get to that ball that I threw across. And here's Hinox. I'm gonna say goodbye to him. Sorry,
Optional mini boss.
no Hinox Warp, or there's actually another name for it. It's called Super Hinox Throw, which, by the way, it's not super.
Another run killer in other categories.
Okay. That's all 4 pillars taken care of. Then the third floor collapses, and now we have a 3-floor dungeon.
Yeah, making the boss accessible, basically.
Yep.
If you play this game, you know.
I'm actually gonna leave.
Yeah.
And first things is, again, what is this guy doing? This is glitchless. If you fall off the left side of that ledge there, then you can just avoid not falling down that pit. And it's really bad if you do fall down that pit, because then you gotta climb the mountain again.
Indeed.
Yeah. Or actually, you can actually auto-load. But it's still slower if you fall down that hole.
Yeah. Man, so much cheating in this run. We should just have a counter.
That's number 3.
Yeah, I assume that you leave Dungeon 7 because you don't want to have Marin be there after you beat the dungeon.
Yeah, Marin will be there if you beat the dungeon. So we actually split Dungeon 7 in 2 visits in order to avoid the Marin cutscene.
Yeah, hence why you got that warp. Activated that one warp that you mentioned.
Yep. Now we're gonna go to Dungeon 8. Alright, so the mirror shield, this is what the mirror shield is used for.
There you go. Yeah,
So,
the lava fountain.
The flamethrower does a lot less damage in this version. Alright, I'm gonna,
Oh yeah, wow.
I'm gonna get these birds out of the way first, and then normally we used to be able to bomb trigger this, but bomb triggers don't work, so we have to do it this way. And then also, what's interesting is that they got really smart about this, and that you cannot just go through the turtle rock.
Yeah, they fixed the hitbox, so you gotta actually fight this. Which, I like the music.
Yeah, it almost sounds like a Pokemon theme.
Yeah. Yeah, like the old TV show, like first 2 seasons.
Yeah. Okay, there
I
we
don't
go.
know why, but whenever I watch people do runs, like I often see that they're like almost dead, like in this fight.
Yeah. But there we go. That's Turtle Rock, and then now we're entering the actual Turtle Rock dungeon, not to be confused with the one in Link to the Past.
Yep. Yeah, this one's less annoying comparatively.
Yeah, but there's a lot of rooms here, so it's a really complicated dungeon to go through casually.
Yeah, it's actually long, like really long. It's easy to get lost. It's long. I forget exactly what happens in this dungeon in this category, but
Normally, this is supposed to be like a mini boss gauntlet. Like almost every mini boss makes a return in this dungeon, but
yep.
if you know the fastest way, you can skip a lot of those mini boss fights.
Yeah, and then that two-sided hidden wall with that switch, which you need to be able to get to Blano.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that switch is very important.
Yeah, casually it's like oftentimes you'll find the room before Blano, but then it's like blocked by yeah, the blocks because the switch is not active, and then we're like, oh, what the? Where's the switch? And then you know, it becomes like this long hunt to like find the switch afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You got it first.
And bomb arrows are really powerful. You can like skip a lot of the dungeons with the power bomb arrows.
Yep. Yeah, there's like a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of bombable walls that don't have like cracks on them. Or I don't know if that's changed in this version.
Well, yeah, a lot of what used to be like bombable walls that you can't see are you can see them in this version.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, that was actually like super annoying for like first spaces.
That's what makes like that one crystal switch that I found harder in deluxe or original at least.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
There's no bookshot this time, so we do have to do a little bit more of the dungeon in order to get to where we need to go.
If I don't see a Blano skip, I'm gonna be furious.
Oh man, Brian, please. Well, I mean, there's technically a Blano skip. You do the Super Hinox throw, but no.
Yep. By extension, it skips.
Yeah, you actually don't need the magic rod in this game if you use Glitch.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that 2D section is so trivial with the boots. It's actually quite nice.
Because the way I fought Blano there, that was really fast, and that was a lot harder than I made that look. If you're off rhythm there at least once, then the fight can go offhand.
Yeah.
And
you really don't want to get like knocked out.
His tornado punch actually sends you. I think it actually sends you back in the beginning of the room instead of the beginning of the dungeon this time. So they were a little bit nice about that this time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that was like such a mean thing.
Alright, so here's the Hinox right here. This is where we do the Hinox warp.
Hinox warp. Alright, and he's down.
So one of the risky things about auto-loading in this game is you can sometimes accidentally load a different save file. So shoutouts to Adamo, where one of his runs was on like really good PB pace, and then he accidentally loaded a new file after getting that key right there, which meant that he had to start over from the beginning of the game. And the game actually does not. Oh, I don't even know what I was doing there. The game autosaves right when you start the new game, so he was just completely screwed at that point.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad but pretty funny.
Yeah, one of the saddest ways to lose a run.
Yeah. Yeah, holy crap.
Alright, so here's cue ball.
It's like seeing someone lose a tournament race when they accidentally saved and quit and trying to skip the text for this boss key coming up.
That's definitely happened before.
Like,
Yeah, so that was a cue ball right there. We fought him in Dungeon 4 earlier. Worst boss in the game. This hitbox is extremely terrible. But I made that look really easy. That's definitely harder than it looks. You have to be really precise with your aiming.
Made that look a little too easy. I don't even believe that's a difficult fight. Alright, so yeah, same Roomba room. Doing the same pattern that we each did in the other runs.
Mm-hmm. That's just the puzzle that's in my muscle memory. I've seen some people have some like crazy puzzles.
Same here. I just copied the one I saw in the guide, the learning guide. So I was like, all right, I don't want to think of one. I'm just gonna pick one of these three that they recommend, and then yeah, I was just lazy.
Alright, so up next is Hothead, and out of all the bosses they couldn't make worse, they made this really worse.
Oh, good God.
So the Magic Rod, as powerful as it was in the original version, got really nerfed in this game. Oh, come on. Oh my God. Wow, this is not going well.
What are these hitboxes? Dude!
Okay. Here's the second. So here's the last phase.
Yeah,
okay, there we go. Okay, so when I was finally able to hit him, it went well. But yeah, very unfortunate.
Holy, that is nerfed in a lot of ways. It's like weaker, the shots travel slow, like I think Hothead looks like smaller too. I'm not sure if that's right.
Yeah, the shots are nerfed. You have more of a delay with shooting with the Magic Rod. It does significantly less damage, so it's as a result, it makes this boss very brutal. He does significantly less damage though, so that's good. But yeah.
Yeah, because oh god, he does like four hearts of damage in original. He like hurts a lot.
Alright, so I did skip that heart container. Because I don't need that heart container.
Yeah, so you've got enough health that you're comfortable with closing it out, I'm guessing.
Yeah, hopefully. Hope I don't regret that later.
Famous last words.
I know. It could happen.
Yeah, ideally not, but
given the increased difficulty of this game, you know, it could happen.
Indeed.
So we have everything that we need in this dungeon, so we can just go straight to the end now.
Yep. And since we beat the mini boss, take that warp up. Not Goomba Surf.
Unfortunately, no Goomba Surf. Actually, that's fortunate because I'm not really a fan of that trick.
Yeah, same. Even though it went well for both of us this time, it claims runs a lot.
Alright, but the Evil Eagle fight's much different this time around, and this fight has a lot of randomness to it. He can shoot, he can swing it, he can blow his feathers at you, and you don't want to see that for the ideal fight.
Yeah, because I assume he's like out of range to get hit.
Yeah.
Actually, it definitely sucks that Magic Rod is nerfed. Yeah, it basically like would make quick work with them normally. I also really love the artwork for this whole area for the boss fight.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Love it a lot.
It's giving me bad luck.
Yeah, it looks like RNG is not nice.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. So I think that was like 3 blows, which is not very good luck right there. You can also do more damage and hit Evil Eagle, while he's flying upwards with the arrows. But that can sometimes be hard to do.
Ah, I see.
Alright, so again, I'm skipping that heart container. Hopefully I don't regret skipping over 2 heart containers.
It'll be fine.
There's a heart piece coming up, and getting heart piece is actually faster than getting heart containers if you need health.
Oh,
Oh, we got a raid.
is it less X, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Alright, DK, thanks for the raid. Rolling deep.
Yeah, and hopefully I don't regret it. All right, so
so drop in for the whole this time.
So we only did like half of the 4th dungeon, and now we're gonna do the second half, and one of the things that we have to go through is the puzzle room. We completely skipped it in the original, so and now we have to actually go through it. It is random. But thanks to RNG manipulation, I know exactly what it is. It is up right, up left, down right, down left, and middle.
Ooh, okay.
And even without the RNG manipulation, there's actually only 4 different combinations for the puzzle room. If you just like guess all 4 combinations, if you just know all 4 combinations and then just guess all 4 of them, then you'll know what puzzle you get. Oops.
Makes sense.
And same holds true for LADX as well.
Yeah, I had to do that in the randomizer race yesterday. Just kind of guess, basically. Alright, so Nightmare Key. And still abusing an oversight right here. And
yeah, they added pots
in the
there,
way,
but yeah, nice try.
Can't stop us from cheating.
Otherwise, you need to go get an extra key, which is really slow for the key that you need.
Indeed.
Okay, so Piranha Killer, they unfortunately buffed this boss so that you cannot just mash sword.
Yeah, to get like a recoil when you hit him, right?
Yeah. And then also for the fact that you can't use items underwater.
Yep. I already couldn't hook shot down.
I know. But there we go. Alright, now I'm actually going to pick up this heart container right here, just so I can have full health coming into the nightmare fight.
Yep. Yeah, better to not risk it.
Yeah. Okay, that's all 8 instruments down. Now, actually, because I did complete Dungeon 4, now the ghost does have a chance to spawn, but as long as I don't go to the bottom half of the map, then the ghost will not spawn.
Yeah. Thus, skipping the ghost.
And this is interesting, because, you know, they fixed that flag here just so, like, you know, people are not completely screwed out of 100% in the game. Because there is actually some extra content that you can do after you beat the game you do, and as part of 100% you do have to beat the game, watch the credits, and then do the extra stuff.
Yeah. All right, to the
wrong song. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now that we have the Battle of the Windfish, time to play it in front of the egg. The only use of this song.
Pretty much. I guess you use it on the Pulse voices as well in D6.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't really need to do it. It's just faster.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Not a hard requirement. I love this version of the song. I can't hear it.
Okay, quite a bit to explain here, just like as usual. The first thing is they changed it so that you can't just like note the puzzle right away. It is randomized each time, so it's not the same. So even if you don't read the book, they still randomize the egg puzzle this time. But thanks to RNG manipulation, I know exactly what it is. It's right, up, left, up. And then we have the nightmare fight. It's a little bit more. It's more straightforward because there's less tricks that we do for the nightmare fight.
Yeah.
Here we go.
No. Yeah. So none of that cheater stuff, you know.
And it's dark because it actually lights up if you read the book. But that's too far out of the way.
Yeah, for sure. Ain't got no time for that. Gotta go fast.
Okay, so I can't do blob quick kill. I actually have to use powder this time around.
Not stun locking the boss.
Alright, here we go.
Oh, good thing you can make up for me being way overestimated by you being way underestimated.
Don't jinx it.
Alright, hopefully no commentators cursing on me.
So the first hit's always guaranteed for the Aghanim phase. The rest is 50-50.
Whether it's a blue ball or not.
And I'm standing far out of the way, just so I can react to which energy shot to which shot he gives me. Okay, one blue ball is really good. So here's Moldorm. Again, you can stun lock him like this. And then here's Ganon. The way you fight Ganon is a little bit different. Okay. Very nice. Okay, you can just dash right through him. And then here's the Land Molus phase. It takes more spin slashes this time, unlike in the original. There we go. And then now we have the last phase, Deathel. It takes 10 arrows to beat him this time, but you can only shoot 2 arrows per cycle. You can get a third one in if you're really good, but it's really hard.
Yeah, so might as well just do 2. Perfect.
If you run out of arrows, the Magic Rod can do damage to Deathel, but it does a little bit less damage.
Oh, that's a nice change.
Yeah, so in like a low percent run, you don't need the bow at all in this game.
Cool. So you don't get like cold stared by running out of barrels and all.
Yeah. Okay. And so time is, like usual, time is when I enter these stairs coming up. And wow, we're actually way under estimate.
Yep.
Yeah, the estimate's really generous because this can be a difficult. You can lose a lot of time if you make like major mistakes, and yeah.
Yep.
So the time is 1:47:51, and actually that is a PB.
Hey, congrats! I was about to ask that because I thought I saw PB was what, like 149 something.
My PB is 1:48:08.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so that was a really good run. I'm really happy with this run.
Alright, solid. Well, congrats on the PB.
Yeah, I can't really name any major mistakes that I made in this run. There were some like minor things here and there, but aside from that, I'm really happy with it.
Very nice.
The last time this was shown off in Rolling Deep Marathon was last time by me, and I got a 152, and and I was not proud of that run at all. So I'm really happy that I got a second chance at this again, and redemption.
Very nice. It always feels good when you run it back and do better.
Yeah. Okay.
Some good gaming.
I know we're ahead of schedule, but is the next runner ready to go?
Yeah, I hope so, because I'm like really hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Go buy groceries and then cook, I guess.
But yeah, okay, nice. So real quick before we sign off, thank you Ryan for hanging out with me, as well as Phantom Matt for helping out with both LADX runs, and then Ryan for helping out with all 3 Link's Awakening runs.
Hey, no problem.
Or again, the Link's Awakening community is really a really awesome community to hang out with. And if you want to know more about the game, you can ask around. You can also come to my stream. I stream this game, LADX, and New Super Luigi U. I got to run 3 of my favorite speedruns in this marathon. It's really awesome. And yeah, I stream all three of these games very frequently. Yeah. I guess there's not much else to say. This cutscene looks really nice in this version.
Indeed. Yeah, I like the anime the anime part.
The anime part. Link's Awakening is anime.
It's now an anime. No, I think it's like very well done with the artwork and stuff for the game.
Yeah, and then this credits theme is really good too.
Yep.
Right,
so yeah, y'all give Mchan a follow. Also Phantom Matt, which I don't actually know how to spell it on Twitch. If it's 1 M or 2 M's.
Yeah, it's 2 M's.
Alright, well, Matt can talk in chat if he's watching.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely had a lot. I had a lot of fun.
Indeed.
Despite all the technical issues that went on, it was pretty fun to hang out with the guys again. And yeah, anything you want to say?
Yeah, I had a good time hanging out and doing runs and commentating for this marathon as well. Yeah, so I'll probably be hanging out in chat for the most part once I get something to eat. So I'll definitely see you all around in chat.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna be rolling out, so I'll catch y'all later.
Yep. Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace.